Hello, gentlemen, ladies, and professional. I know you all have come from the long to hear me. I am also putting my equal attention to share the professional experience so that it can help you to erect yourself in your HR department and do the justice to the organization and the people who are banking in your organization. I was talking in the previous version of my same video, and we would like to make more elaborative, talking more on the letter of appointment. You have heard about the address and its importance. Come to the normal text body. Lot of clauses are set in the letter of appointment. So next, as a first clause, you can put it, so designation agreed. Second, maybe in the date of joining. Next clause, you can put it in the probation period and the period of probation period, which should be in accordance to the law. Don't say that you will be on probation of 1 year or 2 years. As per the Act, probation period is prescribed, pre-decided. You have to follow the same. HR department is not only to hear the management, they have to respect the law and law of the land, both law in general and law of the land of law. So probation period should be put in accordance to the law. Come forward. Secrecy, business secrecy, that also should be defined very carefully. It should not happen that data is being stealed, material is being stealed, maps and other engineering, technical know-how, trade knowledge, client knowledge, vendor knowledge, all these are being stealed. So what secrecy should be maintained and what is the deterrent if it is leaked or it is stealed? It may be punishments of any kind and to the extent of termination of the employment. Next clause, you may take target. If the letter of appointment is the sales and marketing guys, then you decide the target there itself. But target should not be forceful target. It should be scientific and rational target. While saying rational target means the target which should be accepted by candidate also. It should not be dictated. It should not be loaded. It should be accepted by the candidate. Same target you put it in the letter of appointment as a clause. You decide about the termination of the clause. You decide the medical clause to be put in the letter of appointment. Decide about the handicapness and their opportunity. Decide about the diseases and fitness, mental and physical fitness. You decide about the legal parameter, jurisdiction, under which jurisdiction this letter of appointment will be dealt with if any lapses or gaps are found. You talk about breach of contract as a clause in the letter of appointment, and thus you close it. Last but not least, you decide writing where you have signing, authority will be signing. Well below to that, write very carefully that I read the letter of appointment terms, condition, clauses set therein, and I in toto accept the same and agree not to create any breach of contract. Otherwise, action can be taken by management as per the terms and condition deemed fit. Don't take open signature below this. Rather, you write the name of the candidate, person who is going to take the appointment letter, signature, timing, and witness of 1 or 2 persons. This kind of approach will minimize the creation of more unfitment, medical soundness, physical soundness, and lot of threats can be checked out before you issue letter of appointment. In nutshell, I will say that letter of appointment should have the clause related to the discussion finalized with candidate and management. It is fulfilling legal parameters. It is fulfilling social parameters. It is not unfair, neither to candidate, not to management, and it talks about target and productivity. It sounds always to candidate or new person appointed to give their best. Otherwise, clause number 3, clause number 5, clause number 10 will be applicable. So working in organization is not a open right with any kind of the behavior, but it is very tight channel and door that you have to maintain the dignity, privacy, your loyalness, your faithfulness, your commitment to the organization, and thus you can work more than your retirement age. Otherwise, under the Industrial Dispute Act or under the different act and activities, any action can be taken. So, letter of appointment privilege to have in the hand, but it talks about the deterrent also. It gives the impression to the new appointee that it is not open organization that you can think and do anything. No, lot of system is set and unseen cameras are always on you to see what you are doing. And thus, it can be a good and healthy practice in the organization to appoint the letter of appointment on the day first, hour first, and explain to the candidate also and make them to understand that they are having any ambiguity or it is understood clearly to him or her. It will help you. Hope you will do it religiously and not breaching the contract of the management. And same time management also fulfilling the same while dealing with you. Thank you very much. Nice talking on this topic. I am soon coming with the version 3rd of the same.